Final sponsored by Rotherham Waste and Skip Line. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the red corner, representing St. Aloysius from Liverpool, Tom Stalker. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, representing the Army and Combined Services, Martin Stead. Referee in charge of the action, Mr. Paul Allen. The timekeeper, Mr. John Lightgate. Stalker, red corner, Stead, blue corner. Thank you.
So, Stalker versus Stead, being watched at ringside, I can tell you, by one Frankie Gavin. He's going to be back in the ring before too long. Fighting over in Ireland, isn't he, on the undercard of the Rogan-Sam Sexton heavyweight fight?
That's right, he had a good opening contest, didn't he, young Frankie Gavin?
He did. I think Frankie Gavin's going to go all the way.
Very talented boy. Well, first amateur world champion, wasn't he, from this country? So
well,
that just...
I'm yet to be 100% convinced about the others who've turned pro so far, but of those who have, I mean, I know it's early days, but Gavin really does look the part.
Well, it is early, but Gavin seems to have adapted quicker, hasn't he?
See his trainer Anthony Farnell over there as well, wearing some, what would you describe them? Freddie Roach glasses?
Good trainer though, Anthony Farnell now, isn't he? Turned out to, so I'm sure if he follows in the footsteps of Freddie Roach, he'll be more than pleased.
Tom Stalker in the black vest beat the European Junior bronze medalist Danny Phillips in the semi-finals, which is a good performance from him. If he can reproduce that sort of form, could be an uncomfortable night for Martin Stead.
Well, Stalker and Phillips are both podium boxers. So, yeah, they are very, very good at this weight, both of them. It was just a shame not to meet in the semis, to be quite honest.
Again, a lively opening 90 seconds or so to this opening round.
John, I think we should just say as well, the podium boxers means that they're full-time. They're training from Monday to Thursday. The development boxers are 4 days every 2 weeks, so they're part-time. But they're both obviously funded boxers, podium and development.
Funded by your money. If you're a lottery ticket buyer, rush out and buy some more because you're helping these.
Too true and all. Bit scrappy this contest, John, early on. Both struggling with each other's style, can't get through with the shots. Stalker very relaxed, low guard, coming in. But he's just failing to find the target.
Big swinging shots from Stalker. Not too many by way of scoring shots landed in the opening 3 minutes, and Stalker here in the black shirt, the Liverpudlian, has the 1 point advantage. St. Aloysius Amateur Boxing Club, and there the army man, Martin Stead.
Stalker's trainer, I think, is actually Kenny Willis, who's the brother of Tony Willis, who was a great amateur, won a bronze at 1980 Olympics in Moscow, and a good pro as well.
Perhaps inevitably after the last fight, the sheer excitement has not been quite matched by these two lads so far. Still time though.
Yeah, I thought there was a good body shot there from Stalker, but it wasn't registered. But it
didn't get given.
No. Good right hand there from Stead as well. But Stalker's finding it difficult because when he is moving in, Stead is actually keeping his guard nice and tucked up, so he's tucking those elbows in. That's why Stalker's finding it very difficult to penetrate the guard. Probably need a few feints here, John. Feint to the head and then switch downstairs and attack the body. You see Stead there again, just tucking in. Difficult to actually get through. But, one got through there. That was a good shot from Stalker.
A lot of holding and spoiling. It's a bit untidy, this one, Richie. It's a good, decent body shot, though.
That was a nice body shot there from Stead. Lovely little right uppercut inside. I think what Stead rather threw the shot, not Stalker. I think what Stead's got to do here, John, he's got to concentrate on this right hand. He's starting to land with the right hand, but maybe then follow it up with the left hook. Right hand, left hook combination as Stalker's coming forward. Because if you look at Stalker, as he's coming forward, he's got a very low lead hand. He's open for the left hook. But it's all Stalker at the moment coming forward.
Corner being told to keep the volume down. Two rounds completed, and it is honours even.
Yeah, not a lot in the round. There's that right hand there from Stead. He actually landed a couple in that round. He's keeping his distance, maintaining the gap between himself. There's that uppercut from Stead, but it was right on the border, wasn't it? Right on the line there. There's another right hand. And he's maintaining the gap. He's boxing on the back foot, and he's actually catching Stalker as he's coming in.
Trying to inspire Tom Stalker in that corner. He's getting plenty of advice shouted from the crowd. I'm pretty sure that Frankie Gavin's words of instructions were being directed in his towards him. Frankie Gavin, of course, is the current world lightweight champion. It was over in Chicago he won that.
Chicago, yeah. Boxed absolutely superb throughout the tournament, Gavin.
Fun time, Frankie.
And he beat the eventual gold medalist in the Olympics as well in that tournament, Tishchenko from Russia. And he thrashed him, he really did. Oh, better attack here from Stalker. But Stead again, John, is keeping that guard nice and high, the elbows tucked in, nothing getting through, or the judges have said anyway.
Which can be two different things.
Very much so.
Well, if this was a pro bout, I think you'd have to say that Stalker was winning it just by virtue of aggression as much as anything else. A warning for use of the head.
I think Stalker here needs a switch of attack. He needs to feint to the head and switch downstairs to the body. Gets caught with the right hand there as he was coming forward from Stalker, from Stead rather.
Well, Stead has the advantage. Stalker's the one who's forcing the fight. That left hand looked as though it got through for me, but it's not been given as a scoring punch. And that right. Stalker was told by his corner they're not supposed to do it, but the shout was clear: you're losing, Tom. Stead, the defending champion, remember. The Army man still ahead. That thudding, clubbing right hand from Stalker was not rewarded.
Yeah, although the pressure's coming from Stalker, the odd shot, he's getting caught with the odd shot on the inside because his guard's a little bit more loose. See, it's very hard, John, to actually get a punch through that guard. That's why he's got to switch to the body. Just literally to bring the guard down. A couple of good body shots may do that, you see.
Oh, last few seconds. Frankie Gavin's sitting not too far away from where we are, and he's shouting, "You're losing, Tom." That left hand, which caught the head of Stead, should surely have been given as a scoring punch. Stalker is now level. Can he turn it round? And what a fight we're having. A real good last round, competitive last round. But Stead, the defending champion, has taken it. Well, I think Tom Stalker can consider himself very unlucky not to have won that one.
Yeah, it looked like he'd won it, didn't it, with the pressure that he put on his opponent. But get caught. That was a lovely shot there from Stead. As he was going back, Stalker on the attack, but just gets caught. And Stalker, for all his pressure, he just couldn't get through with the shots. The guard of Stead was superb.
I still thought he landed more,
Yeah.
Richie, and yet it wasn't rewarded.
I mean, look at that shot there. He gets through with the shot. Yeah, same here, John. I totally agree with you. I thought Stalker actually won the contest. But it's on punches land, as they say. And, well,
Punches deemed to have landed.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. That's the winner. Second year running. It's one for the Army. Victory for Martin Stead.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results of contest number 5, the lightweight senior final by a score of 7-6. Stead in the blue corner.
Man who won that title back in 2006, 2007. He still is the reigning world amateur champion at this weight. Frankie Gavin, that must have brought back memories.
Yeah, I boxed Stalker myself when I won it the second time. I think he's a good lad, and I know he's my mate and that, but I think he's just been robbed there. I thought he was a definite winner. He looked the busier fighter of the two, and he looked to score more shots to me. But yeah, it's great being back here.
You concur with that, Steve Bunt?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Stalker probably nicked it. I didn't think there was that much in it. You know, Steve was coming forward, at least trying to cover up. And I thought Stalker sort of went asleep a little bit in the second round. I mean, you know, he certainly threw more punches, Frankie. I thought he just let it slip away. Could have just worked a bit more. He had plenty left at the end. I mean, he's a podium fighter. He's living it, he's breathing it 4 days every single week.
Yeah, I think they both live it. He's an Army lad, but
yeah, of course.
I know what you're saying. He did switch off a bit in the second round, but I still thought he was the champion. Should be the champion, but he's not.
And also sitting with you there, that last 30 seconds, Frank, it looked like, you know, one had scored 4 punches and one had scored 6, and there was no scores showing.
Yeah, I think the scoring's quite bad today.
Been a bit miserly, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they've been slow. I went to the quarters last week, and I thought the scoring was really bad there, but now we've just got to really go back to the drawing board now. And they've got the 4 nations soon.
Indeed. Frankie, let's talk about you. You've got a fight next weekend. That cut on your nose still looks quite painful. Are you going to be okay for next weekend?
Yeah, that's a new one. That is happened last Wednesday in sparring, but it'll be all right. I'm fighting next Friday, so my weight's fine, so I've got nothing to worry about.
Just pick that up in sparring. That must frustrate you.
I thought I was out last Wednesday, but then I went to the hospital and the doctor told me you'll be out for 7 days, so it's fine.
We've been watching your progress in the pros with interest. When you were fighting at this level in the amateurs, you did 4 2s. How do you imagine you would have coped if you'd done 3 3s in the amateurs? Would that have helped you in the pro game?
I think so, yeah, because I was always really fit and I always kept a good pace. I was like, people used to see me on the back foot a lot, but I'd always be doing something. I'd always be busy making someone miss, hopefully, or making them fight at least. So I think it would have suited me a lot.
Yeah, because Luke Campbell, you know, the bantamweight, the talking, I'm told he hates 3 3s, you know, extra 4 2s, because he wins 2 minutes of every round, no problem. But sometimes in that final minute, guys start to work him out. Although he's a quality fighter, one of the Europeans, Frank. But I agree with you. I think we're going to do 3 3s. I think we're going to breed some good pros. I really do.
Yeah, that Ian Weaver.
Oh, we loved him, didn't we?
Yeah, he's my favourite fighter with the ABA so far. I think he's going to be quality.
Did he do that in the quarters and the semis, Frank? Did he box that way there?
Just as good, if not better, in the quarters and the semis.
Fantastic. Frank, we'll get another word from you in a moment, but let's now cross to Rob. He's got both men with him.
A win for Martin Stead, but my goodness me, it was close, Martin.
Oh, well, yeah, very close. Too close to call for.
What does it mean to you to have defended the title?
Well, I trained hard for it, trained very hard for it, and I knew I knew it was going to be a Stead and Stalker final from the beginning of the season. But I just had to train hard for it, and it's paid off. Like,
Tom, do you feel slightly hard done by how the judging's gone this evening?
But to be honest, nothing against Stead. I thought I just about got it, but that's just the boxing now. It's the way it goes. I'm not going to complain. It's just one of them things.
So quite a big night for you. Just explain the T-shirt, RIP Warren Cargill. What's that?
He died a few weeks ago with a tragic accident in Liverpool. So I put it on for him, and I wanted a win for him and for the whole of fighting. I'm gutted I haven't done it. So I'm sorry. But I hope the challenge tonight works good tonight for everyone, and they have a good time.
Well, I'm sure they were cheering you on. Just a final word from you then, Martin. Where next?
well, we've got the 3 Nations next sometime this month, and then again should be me and Stalker in the final again, and hopefully put another good show on.
Well, we'd be looking forward to that. Well done tonight.
All right, just say one thing. So, my cousin who's watching it, Nicola, get back with him. So.
There you go, emotional nights all round for very different reasons. Frankie, final word from you on yourself. Of course, a week tonight, in fact, you're back in the ring. How you finding life as a pro? How's the transition going? You enjoying life?
Oh, it's brilliant, yeah. Everything's going well at the moment. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger. Well, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the amateur days before Green, really, so I'd like to thank them, but everything's really good at the moment.
Yeah, next up we've got Ronnie Heffer and Bradley Skeet. Do you know much about those two?
Yeah, I know them both well. I've sparred with them both on many occasions. Skeet's an upright, tall fighter who picks his shots well, and Ronnie's just a non-stop aggression, can box as well, but he prefers to have a fight, and whoever fights whose game today is going to win, really.
Yeah.
I'd go towards Ronnie just, but Bradley's pulling out shots all the time.
Yeah, it should be good. And Frankie, appreciate your time tonight.